morning, guys. It is Saturday morning. I am on my way to church. Super late. Like, super late. Church starts at like 9:30. They do like announcements and singing and stuff like that. The real like sermon-y part probably starts at about 10. And I live about 45 minutes away, and it's 10 o'clock right now. And I am just leaving my town. I'm gonna be super late. And every week there's potluck, and of course I didn't have anything ready for potluck. This is not normal me, this is like wedding me. Last night I was at one of my bridesmaids' house. We were using her Cricut machine to cut out the sticky little vinyl things to put on the groomsmen cups, and then we had to, you know, put them all on, which was not easy. We had to cut out like individual letters because she didn't have her hooked up to the computer to print off like one thing of, oh, it was fun times. I was there from 5 o'clock until about 10 o'clock doing that. I'm so tired. I am so tired. All this wedding stuff takes up every moment of my day that I'm not working. But we got to go to the Minnesota Zoo yesterday. It was super nice. Like, it was the perfect fall day in Minnesota. The sun was shining. It was actually warm. And now it's yucky and gray and rainy and crappy. And here starts the week of my wedding, where it dips down into the cold weather. When I go up there to the cabin the first night, when I'm staying up at camp, first 2 nights, I am staying in a regular camper cabin. This does not have heat. It's got one space heater. It's supposed to be for a high 47 degrees on the day of my wedding. I was like, I might die. It's gonna be real cold up there. I didn't even look what the low is gonna be. I might freeze to death. Lots of blankies. Oh, Minnesota weather. You never know in the fall if you get freezing cold. You might have a blizzard on Halloween, which has happened before, or you might have like sunny and 80 degrees. You just never know. But yeah, I didn't have time to do any makeup this morning because I was up till, oh my goodness, the past couple nights have been rough. I've got like maybe 4 hours of sleep, and then I had to work all day and then go home, do wedding stuff, get like 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep. I'm dying. I just want a nap. Anyway, yeah. Just thought I'd update you. And it was super weird. I had to run into Aldi real quick to grab something for potluck. And the cashier was like checking me out. I was like, this is weird. Stop it. Stop it. But anyway, that's how today's going. I have to drink a lot of coffee before I get to church because I'm tired. Oh, and Dennis was out working in the fields, and they knew it was going to be rainy today, so they decided to pull like an all-nighter. He was busy working from yesterday, maybe 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning, I don't know, until 3 in the morning today. Yeah, so he came home early, late, whatever you want to call it, in the morning, and crawled into bed, woke me up, turned on all the lights. I was like, no. But anyway, talk to you later. Love you. Bye. Hi guys. It is Sunday morning, and we are of course running late again. We have my niece's wedding in the cities. It's supposed to take, according to GPS, an hour and 20 minutes or so, if there's not a bunch of traffic, and we are still at home, well, not at home, in the town that we live in. Dennis is running into Walmart quick to get a card. We still have to drop off Callie, and it is 8:36 right now. Oh, and the wedding starts at 10:30, something like that. We have to get our butts moving. He's still in the store. Come on, Dennis, let's go. I was like, I have high heels on. Please run in and get the stuff for me. Oh, here he comes. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Look at all the pretty leaves. Well, there's some bare trees over there too. I love it. Look, I got him all dressed up. We are going to the Semple Mansion in Minneapolis for the wedding, so we all had to get dressed up fancy. If you remember this dress, this was the one that I was super excited to wear to his work party. Now it's getting a little loose on me, but talk to you later. It's Sunday night. I was at my niece's wedding today and it was gorgeous. It's so funny to see, like, we're in the same family but we have totally different styles and it all comes out at the wedding. But it was absolutely gorgeous. It was super fun. Callie went to her auntie and uncle's house and had fun, right? You had a good time? Good. We were just getting ready for bed. But it was kind of crazy, some of the little weird NSVs that happened there at the wedding. Like, we're at this mansion. It's Semple Mansion in Minneapolis. It was really pretty. And they had like fancy wooden chairs like for everybody to sit on. And they looked like they could just snap in half. And we all sat down and they were like crammed together to fit everybody into this little fancy area. And like already the size that I am and everybody was, we barely fit on these chairs. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would have needed like 2 of these before. And then Laura turns to me in the ceremony, my sister-in-law, bestie, who had surgery too, she had this sleeve. She was like, oh my gosh, before we would have busted these chairs. And I was like, I was just thinking the same thing. So that's a cool like NSV. Then I was dancing with my hubby. And I was like, oh my gosh, you are so much taller than me. He is actually 9 inches taller than me. And I got to thinking and I was like, oh my word, at one point I weighed more than him. And I was like, 9 inches taller than me. He's a big, tall, muscular guy. Like, he ranges between 260 something to 280 something generally. And I weighed more than him. Yeah, I'm glad, like, it was so nice, like, he could wrap his arms all the way around me, and we could dance, and it was really nice and special. So, yeah, it was a fun day. Callie, is there anything that you would want to say? Okay. Alright. Anyway, you want to say bye to everybody?
Bye.
We love you. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
That means a cat bye.
Good morning, guys. It is Monday morning. I just dropped up the little munchkin at school. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I'm not sleeping good. I was up like almost all night. And then the alarm goes off and Dennis is like, I don't know, sleeping until 9 or something like that. I was like, oh my gosh, Callie had just woke up and like her little stuffed animal wasn't wrapped up like she wanted it, so she was crying and Daddy went in there to fix it. And then it was time to get up pretty much. My alarm was going off and I was like, oh, you might as well just leave the lights on. He comes crawling into bed, he goes, do you need me to help get Callie up? Or can I just like sleep in a little bit? And I was like, you know what, you know, it'd be really nice if you got up, got her ready for school and dropped her off, and I could sleep in a little bit, because that hasn't happened once yet. And he went back to bed. Of course, guys are fun. But anyway, there's just something bothering me, and I tell you guys everything. So, you know how I said that my aunt was doing really bad, and she was going to be passing away soon. My mom got to spend a day with her, and she was lucid and, you know, that was the right word. She was coherent that day and talkative, and so my mom actually got to have a real goodbye with her, which I'm so thankful for. I don't remember if I told you, but like the day before Mom came out, they didn't even know if she would make it. She was just on her pain meds all day, and just, you know, they'd give her meds and she would go right back to sleep. So I'm so thankful she had a good day. Like the day Mom came out and Mom got to visit with her and say goodbye. I feel really bad. On Wednesday night, I think it was, she passed away in her sleep. And Mom texted me Thursday morning when I was at work and let me know, and said that she didn't know when the funeral or wake was yet, but she would let me know. And you know, it got to be Friday and Saturday, and I was like, nobody's told me anything about when the funeral or wake is. And like, I really wanted to try to go. And so I asked Laura, my bestie sister-in-law, and I was like, when did they decide to have the funeral and everything? And she goes, during your wedding. And I was like, what do you mean during my wedding? I was like, both of them? So they are having the wake right before the funeral on the day of my wedding. And I was like, no wonder Mom didn't tell me. Mom didn't want to stress me out. So she's coming to all of my stuff and missing her sister's funeral. And I was like, oh my word, I feel so bad. And my aunt, like before she passed away, she was so worried that it was going to interfere because she knew she was dying, and she's such a sweetheart, and I loved her. She was so worried about it interfering with my wedding. And like even while she's there, you know, days away from passing away, and she knows it, she was like, oh my gosh, I have to get a card ready for JoBeth for her wedding. She's waited so long for this. I'm so happy for her. She made her daughter run around the house and try to find a card for her, and she wrote the sweetest stuff in it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I will like treasure that forever. But I was just like, why would they do that? And Mom, I think, even asked if they could have like a little bit, you know, the night before or earlier, or, you know, something a little bit later so she could come to one of them, and they were like, nope, they didn't change it. And I don't understand this. Like, Mom gets along with all of her family. I don't understand why. Oh, it had to be exactly at that time, but I feel so bad. I just, it's not my fault, but I still feel bad. Anyway. It's Monday. I work today. I work tomorrow. I pick up my bridesmaid from Idaho at the airport tomorrow night, and then it's wedding. Oh my goodness. I leave Wednesday to drive up to camp. Oh, I'm so like up all night stressing that I'm gonna forget major things because it's like a couple hours away. Oy. A lot of stress going on. And my bestie sister-in-law, she was in an accident last week, and it like ruined the front of her van, so they had to go get a new van. They went and got the new van, and it was like, I don't know, an hour to 2 hours away. It was in the cities, I think. And they get to the town that we live in, and the radiator went out. She got stranded with her mom and the kids on the side of the road. Like, craziness is all going on right now. So yeah, pray that things just calm down in my family. There's so much going on. And then Sunday was my niece's wedding. So it's been crazy busy. I would just like things to calm down a little bit. And now I've got like an hour before I go to work, right after dropping off Callie. And I think I'm going to start loading up some of the stuff into the truck that we don't need. And it doesn't matter if it gets super cold, like all the blankets and, you know, some of the stuff. I'm tired, guys. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Me and my honey at the wedding. It was really fun. And me and my bestie. It was such a fancy place. And the bride and the groom with us. It was such a good day.